Have you ever been ghosted? You thought everything was going well, but then she just vanishes, leaving you wondering what happened. Or maybe she's hot and cold. One day she's all over you, and the next day, crickets. It's so frustrating, right? Let me be real with you. Women are playing games, and if you can't see these games and figure out how to handle them, you'll just keep going around in circles of frustration, confusion, and heartbreak. But here's the thing. It's not your fault. It's not your fault these games are out there, but it's on you to outsmart them. Today, I'm sharing 10 solid strategies to handle any woman who's playing games with your heart. And no, I'm not talking about manipulation. I mean mastering yourself through Stoicism. You'll become the calm in the chaos, the rock that women can't shake. So get ready, because this is going to be a wild ride that will change how you deal with relationships for good. Before we jump into the 10 tips to outsmart women, let's be clear. Why do they play these games? Why do they ghost you, give you just enough attention to keep you interested, or leave you hanging emotionally? The reality is, women use these tactics to test your emotional resilience. They're seeing if they can control you, manipulate you, and make you second-guess yourself. If they pull it off, you're toast. You've lost. They'll lose respect for you, and you'll end up desperately seeking their approval. But here's the bright side. You don't have to go along with it, being a pawn in her emotional ups and downs. Time to take charge of your own feelings. With Stoicism, you'll learn to stay calm and composed, no matter what kind of drama she throws your way. This isn't just about winning with women, it's about taking charge of your life. It's about saying no to emotional manipulation and standing strong as a man who knows his value. So, if you're fed up with being toyed with, tired of the emotional games, and ready to reclaim your power, let's go. Stay tuned. These 10 Stoic strategies are going to change your life. First up, number 1, detach emotionally. This is the foundation for everything else. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means your emotions aren't controlling you anymore. You stop being so reactive. A lot of guys freak out when a woman pulls away or starts acting cold. They get anxious, overthink things, and try to fix it. But here's the deal. Women are testing you. They want to see how you handle it. You fall apart when things get tough, and when you desperately seek their attention, you end up failing. Instead, you should stay emotionally detached. Whether she's texting you every 5 minutes or ignoring you for a week, keep your cool. Stay calm and centered. Don't let her games get to you. The more you practice being emotionally detached, the more attractive you become. Women are attracted to guys who can stay composed in any situation because it shows strength. And that's what really matters, my friend. What makes you irresistible? First off, you need to pick up on behavior patterns. Women are creatures of habit, and once you start paying attention, you'll spot patterns in how they act that you didn't notice before. Why does this matter? Because those patterns show their intentions, and once you see the pattern, the whole thing becomes predictable, and when you can predict it, you can easily outsmart it. So, let's get into it. One of the most common things you'll notice is that hot and cold behavior. One day, she's texting you non-stop, saying, "Isn't it crazy how 1 minute she's all about making future plans, and the next day, it's like she's vanished? Suddenly she's super busy or acts like she doesn't care at all. It's infuriating." This is that classic push-pull game. She's just trying to see if you'll chase after her. If you start bombarding her with texts asking if everything's okay, or if you did something wrong, you're totally falling for it. Here's the deal. Realize that this is a test of your emotional control. She wants to see if she can get you to react. Most guys mess this up because they freak out and try too hard. But you're not like most guys. You're going to stay chill and let her come to you. When you don't react to her mixed signals, you turn the tables. Suddenly, she's the one chasing you, wondering why you didn't play along. And just to be clear, this behavior isn't always on purpose. Sometimes women do it without even thinking, testing your confidence. But whether it's intentional or not, the outcome is the same. You need to stay emotionally steady and not let things get to you. Another thing to look out for is the breadcrumbing technique. This is when she gives you just enough attention to keep you interested, but never really commits. You might get a flirty text now and then, or she'll say she wants to hang out. But when it comes to making actual plans, she disappears. It's a way to keep you hanging on, putting in your time and energy without getting anything serious back. How do you deal with that? Breadcrumbing is when someone gives you just enough attention to keep you hanging on, but not enough to actually be invested. You can call it out without getting mad or overly emotional. Just say something like, "Hey, I'm not here for half-hearted efforts. If you don't want to spend time together, that's cool, but I'm not going to stick around waiting for you." This way, you're not angry or needy, and it shows that you have standards and won't settle for less than what you deserve. Also, it's important to set boundaries early on. It's not just about keeping yourself safe, it's about earning respect. Here's the hard truth. If you don't lay down some ground rules early on, you're basically telling her it's fine to treat you however she wants. A lot of guys hesitate to set boundaries because they're worried it might push women away. But here's the deal. Women actually want those boundaries. Why? Because having boundaries means you value yourself. And a guy who values himself is someone others will respect too. So, how do you establish those boundaries without looking like a jerk? If you're feeling controlling or insecure, first realize that setting boundaries is about your own well-being, not about telling her what she can or can't do. It's about letting her know what you need to feel respected in the relationship. For instance, if she keeps canceling plans at the last minute or leaves you hanging without any explanation, don't just brush it off. You need to talk about it calmly and directly. You could say something like, "Hey, I've noticed you've been canceling a lot lately, and I really value consistency. If you're not interested in making plans is cool, but I can't deal with this back and forth." You're not going after her or blaming her, you're just setting your boundary. And here's the beauty of it. When you communicate your boundaries from a place of self-respect, it either makes her step up and respect you, or she'll bounce. Either way, you come out on top because you've looked out for your emotional energy. Let me share a typical situation where boundaries really matter. Imagine you're dating a girl who likes to flirt with other guys right in front of you. She might do it too. Some guys either freak out or just stew in jealousy, but not you. You handle it like a pro. Later, you pull her aside and say, "Hey, I'm not into playing games. If you're interested in other guys, that's cool, but I'm not going to stick around for that." You're not getting all emotional about it, you're just setting a boundary and letting her decide if she wants to respect it. If she doesn't, you just walk away. And remember, staying calm under pressure is key when it comes to mind games. Women who stay calm under pressure often test guys to see if they can get them riled up. They'll talk about their ex, flirt with other guys, or drop some passive-aggressive comments just to see how you respond. It's a classic tactic meant to get a rise out of you, and most guys fall for it. But not you. You're going to handle it like a pro. When she starts pushing your buttons, you'll stay cool, collected, and totally unfazed. Here's why that works. When you don't react, it totally throws her off when you stay chill. She's probably hoping you'll get mad, jealous, or start a fight. But when you keep your cool, it sends a strong message. You're not someone she can control. For example, if she mentions her ex, like saying, "My ex took me to this awesome restaurant," or "I had a blast with my ex last summer," She's trying to push your buttons, make you feel insecure or jealous. Most guys would be like, "I don't want to hear about your ex." Or, "Why are you bringing him up?" Still thinking about him, but not you. Just stay cool and say something like, "That's cool, I'm sure he was a great guy." Don't give her the reaction she wants. That keeps her guessing. Here's another situation. She's flirting with another guy right in front of you, maybe in a group. Most guys would get all worked up, either trying to one-up the guy or getting mad at her for disrespecting them. But a stoic guy stays calm, even if it hurts a bit inside. You just don't get involved. In a competition, just watch and let her know you're not bothered by what she's doing for your attention. Staying chill will make her curious about why you're not reacting, and that's when the balance of power swings back to you. The trick is to never let your feelings dictate your actions. When you stay cool under pressure, you show her you're not easily rattled, and that's super attractive. Number 5, keep your eyes on the long-term goals. A lot of guys get lost in relationships because they focus too much on the short term. People get caught up in wanting quick rewards. They crave her affection, the thrill of her attention, or a quick solution to any conflict. But Stoicism teaches us to think long-term. When you focus on your bigger goals, you stop stressing over the daily ups and downs of a relationship. Think about it. If you're busy building a successful career, working on your fitness, and trying to grow as a person, do you really have time for petty mind games? Of course not. You've got bigger things going on, and this change in how you think does two things. First, it makes you less emotionally reactive because you aren't putting all your emotional eggs in the basket of a woman's attention. Second, it makes you more attractive since you're a guy on a mission, and nothing is more appealing to women than a man with purpose. So, let's say you've been dating a woman for a few weeks and everything's been great. Then suddenly she starts to pull away, texting less, making fewer plans, and just acting distant. Most guys would. When people panic and overthink, they often try too hard to fix things, which just makes them more anxious. They end up making the mistake of being way too available. But a guy who's focused on his long-term goals doesn't sweat it. He knows his life isn't all about whether this girl is paying attention to him. He's busy building his empire, working on himself, and chasing his goals. If she wants to join him on that journey, awesome. If not, he's not losing any sleep over it. When you keep your eyes on the big picture, you naturally start to feel more emotionally independent when you stop looking for her approval, because you're getting that from your own progress and achievements. And here's the thing, when she notices you're not chasing her or getting caught up in the drama, she'll be even more attracted to you. Why? Because you're not the guy sitting around waiting for her to text back. You're the guy who's too busy building his life to worry about petty games. And number 6, don't go for emotional retaliation. That's one of the biggest mistakes you can make. When guys deal with women's games, they often respond emotionally. If she does something to hurt you or make you jealous, your first instinct might be to get back at her. Maybe she starts flirting with another guy, so you flirt with another girl to make her jealous. Or she ghosts you, and you play hard to get to make her pursue you. Let me be clear, this never works. As soon as you start retaliating emotionally, you've already lost. Why? Because you're reacting to her, which means she's in control. You're letting her call the shots. Actions put her in control. A stoic guy doesn't lash out emotionally because he knows that's a sign of weakness. Instead, he stays calm and indifferent. If she ghosts him, he won't chase after her or play games. He just pulls back and focuses on himself. If she tries to make him jealous, he doesn't take the bait. He stays cool and keeps living his life. Imagine you're at a party with a woman you've been seeing and she starts flirting with someone else. Another guy is right in front of you, and most guys would either get mad and confront her or start flirting with someone else to make her jealous. But both of those reactions come from insecurity. Instead, you're going to stay cool and not get involved. You don't give her the reaction she wants, and that drives her nuts. Why? Because you just showed her she doesn't have power over you. By not reacting emotionally, you keep control of the situation and send a clear message. I'm not affected. I'm not falling for your games anymore. And here's the kicker. When you don't react, the game loses its power. She'll either quit playing or figure out that she can't control you. Either way, you come out on top. Number 7, communicate clearly and firmly. Good communication is key in any healthy relationship, but a lot of people mess it up. They either dodge tough talks completely or dive in with too much emotion, which just leads to fights, misunderstandings, and more drama. A Stoic guy knows how to handle this. Speak clearly and confidently without letting your emotions take over. The trick is to share your needs and boundaries calmly, especially when you're with a woman who's being tricky. You don't have to shout, argue, or point fingers. Just calmly say what you expect and leave it there. If she's been acting distant or inconsistent and it's bothering you, most guys would either lose their cool or bottle up their feelings. But a Stoic guy tackles the issue directly without any drama. He might say something like, "Hey, I've noticed you've been acting a bit differently lately. I'm not sure what's up, but I'd like to know if there's something we need to chat about. You see how you're not blaming her or getting loud, and you're not demanding answers? You're just sharing what you've observed and inviting her to explain. This way, you disarm her because you're not coming from a needy or emotional place. You're coming from a calm and confident spot. And that's really appealing. Talk straight and confidently. You set the tone for your relationship by showing her you're not scared to tackle problems and that you won't let issues pile up. This builds a relationship based on respect and honesty, not manipulation and mind games. Number 8, make your own well-being a priority. At the end of the day, the most important relationship you have is with yourself, and a lot of guys forget this, especially when they get caught up in emotional drama and manipulation. If you're always stressed, anxious, and feeling like you're tiptoeing around, it's time to really think about what you're letting into your life. No one, man or woman, is worth giving up your peace of mind, self-respect, or well-being. The second you start putting someone else's needs ahead of your own sanity, you've already lost. I'm not saying you should be selfish or ignore others. It's all about finding balance. When you take care of yourself first, you actually become more appealing, not less. People are attracted to men who are confident, know their worth, and won't let anyone shake them up. This isn't just about relationships. It applies to every part of your life, your job, friendships, and family. You've got to put yourself first. Picture this. You're dating a woman who keeps sending you mixed signals. One minute, she's all over you, and the next, she's acting distant and cold. You start second-guessing yourself, wondering what you did wrong, and you might even change how you act to keep up with her mood swings. Just stop that. Ask yourself how this is impacting your mental health. If the answer is negative, it's time to take action. Step back, pull your energy away, and focus on what makes you feel good. Whether that's hitting the gym, working on your side hustle, or hanging out with friends who genuinely support you. You owe it to yourself to protect your peace no matter what. And here's the deal. Once you start putting yourself first instead of her, two things will happen. Either she'll notice. Value yourself and demand respect, or she'll walk away because she can't control you anymore. Either way, you come out ahead. You've either ditched someone who doesn't respect you, or you've taken charge in the relationship by proving you're not easily pushed around. These days, guys are constantly told they have to cater to women's feelings and needs, even if it harms their own well-being. That's just crazy. Taking care of your mental, emotional, and physical health isn't just attractive, it's crucial for your survival. In today's dating scene, when you make it clear that your peace of mind is a priority, you instantly become more attractive and respected. So, the next time someone's wild behavior starts to mess with your vibe, ask yourself if it's really worth giving up your well-being. If the answer is no, then it's time to refocus on what really matters: you. Number 9. Practice patience. Here's something most guys don't want to hear. Patience is your strongest weapon. When it comes to dealing with women who play games, I get it. You want results, you want clarity, you want to know where you stand right now. But here's the deal. Women often test your patience to see if you can handle uncertainty. In a world where everyone's glued to their phones waiting for a quick reply, a guy who can stay calm and patient really stands out. He's a rare find and super valuable. He's the one who doesn't fall apart under pressure. If she doesn't text you back in 5 minutes, you don't lose your cool. If she cancels plans, it's no big deal. At the last minute, don't freak out. Just let things happen naturally and keep your cool. Women will definitely test your patience. They'll take ages to reply to a message or go quiet for days just to see if you'll start panicking. And you know what? Most guys fall for it. They start sending multiple texts, asking if something's wrong, trying to fix things. But you're different. You've got patience down like a pro. So next time she pulls one of these stunts, instead of reacting, just chill. Just let her come to you. Give her the time and space to reach out when she's ready. Trust me, she'll notice that you're not falling for her game. She'll start to wonder why you're not chasing her, and that's when the power shifts in your favor. Why is patience so strong? Because it shows you're not desperate for her approval. It shows you're not emotionally weak. It shows you have your own life and priorities, and you're not going to drop everything for her. Because she decided to take a step back, it makes you a challenge, and women love that. Patience isn't just about waiting for her to text you back or commit. It's about holding off on instant gratification in all areas of your life. When you learn to be patient, you stop chasing after things that don't benefit you in the long run. You stop reacting emotionally to every little thing and avoid getting swept up in the emotional roller coaster that so many guys fall into. A stoic guy knows that good things take time. When he's not in a hurry, he's not desperate. He's in it for the long haul, and that's what wins in the end. While other guys are chasing attention and quick validation, you're just chilling, letting things happen, and keeping your eyes on your goals. Remember, being patient doesn't mean sitting around doing nothing. It means waiting for the right time to make your move, whether it's in your love life, your job, or your personal development. Patience lets you make smart, strategic choices that really pay off down the line. It's not about getting a quick fix. It's all about long-term success. And the 10th tip is knowing when to walk away. This is where it gets real. There's a saying, the strongest position is being able to walk away and actually mean it. If you remember nothing else from this video, remember this. Knowing when to walk away is the ultimate power move. It's like your secret weapon that most guys are too scared to use, but when you do, you really take control. Let's be clear, not every woman deserves your time or energy. She's just playing games, dragging you along, disrespecting your time, and treating you like an option. You need to be ready to walk away, not in a petty, dramatic way, but with calm, quiet confidence. Here's the thing. When you walk away, you're showing her that you don't need her approval. You're letting her know you have other choices and that your self-respect matters more than her validation. And here's the kicker. Most of the time, when you walk away, she'll come after you. Why? Because walking away is powerful. Walking away is the ultimate act of self-respect. Women are attracted to men who respect themselves. But let's be clear, it's not about playing games to get her to chase you. It's about knowing your worth and not settling for less. When you walk away, you're saying, I'm done with this. If you want to be in my life, awesome, but if not, I'm totally fine on my own. If she keeps cancelling plans, texting other guys, or disrespecting you, just say, hey, I'm not okay with this. If you really care about us, just let me know. If not, I'm moving on. No hard feelings, no drama, just a cool, confident decision. Then you just walk away. You don't send a follow-up text or check her Instagram stories. Focus on yourself, your goals, and your well-being. Here's the tough reality. Sometimes, walking away means you're done for good. There will be times when she won't chase after you or come back, and that's all right, because by stepping away, you've already won. You've kept your dignity. Having self-respect and peace of mind is way more important than any short-lived relationship. Why is this so impactful? Because a lot of guys are scared to walk away. They're worried about losing her or being alone. But when you choose to walk away, you're showing that you're not afraid. You know your worth, and you're not going to settle for less. That kind of confidence is rare and really attracts people. The best part? When you walk away, you free yourself from all the emotional drama. You take back control of your life instead of letting someone else dictate it. Take control of your happiness and self-worth, and that's real power. So here are 10 powerful, practical, and life-changing ways to outsmart any woman who's playing games with your heart. These aren't just tips for relationships, they're tips for life. When you learn to detach emotionally, set boundaries, stay cool under pressure, prioritize your well-being, be patient, and know when to walk away, you'll become unstoppable. Just remember, this isn't about manipulating or tricking women, it's about mastering yourself. It's all about becoming a guy who can handle his emotions, manage his time, and take charge of his life. When you reach that point, you'll naturally draw in women who respect and appreciate you and are genuine. No games. But here's the catch. This is just the start. These strategies will help you become the best version of yourself, but the journey doesn't end here. Keep pushing yourself, keep learning, and apply these principles in every part of your life. If you like this video, please support the channel by joining. Joining our channel or subscribing helps us keep delivering great content and makes this info available to more guys out there. Let's build a community of men who won't be pushed around and are ready to take charge of their lives.